Hello everyone, it's Evie here. Welcome back to another video. In today's Chatting in a Forever World episode 2, we're going to be chatting about why people can't dictate the LGBTQI plus community and why complaining about them existing isn't a good idea. And yeah, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and we can go for this 5 likes in today's video. And don't forget to join the Discord also. And yeah, we do have a upcoming SMP, and those videos will be recorded every Tuesday at 12 p.m. GMT. So they want to be in the videos, join Discord so that you can be able to join the server, the SMP. And yeah, other than that, let's get straight into today's video. And yeah, so why certain people, say, oh, being trans isn't all wrong, because it's not. Or being LGBTQI plus isn't wrong. Because when people say stuff like, oh, but like, isn't like, they're trying to dictate your life pretty much. Like, they're saying that we shouldn't exist, we shouldn't be allowed to even exist because of the fact that it's abnormal in their opinion. And there's one thing that, I can tell someone is a trans from off rip if they say these things. Like, oh, what's in your pants? What if it's in your pants and not meaning your gender identity? Or, I know you're better than you know your own self, even though we just met. Type stuff. And why people saying that, that's instantly like a sign that they're someone that you can't really trust at first, because it's the fact that, for one, that they are, they just hateful people, and being trans or being LGBTQIA plus shouldn't be that big of a deal in the first place, since we're just human, just like everyone else. Would just gender dysphoria or not, or just like you don't deal with gender dysphoria, then you're still valid either way. What I'm trying to say here is that, when people get upset at us for existing, and then say stuff like, but women have this autonomy, like, but how would you know in the first place if that is true or not? Right? Like, how would you know for sure if that is exactly true, so to speak, right? Because it's hard to really know if that is exactly true and valid to say when it's not. And by saying stuff like, oh, what's in your pants, that usually makes it sound like, it makes anyone sound like a pedophile, in my opinion. That territory, because like, that sounds like something they'll say to a kid. Like a 9-year-old kid. It's enjoying like their afternoon playing video game, and then all of a sudden like, oh, what's in your pants, kid? You must know. It's like, bruh. Like how bruh. And it's just creepy for one, because like why you need to know so badly about someone with genitals to be able to say, oh, but that's a woman, that's a man. But what if they're non-binary or agender and stuff like that? And then, do you know something that's quite also messed up? That they use like Christianity and other religion against the LGBTI plus community, and to make it harder for people to really come out and be their true selves. And by using religion against people and forcing religion on someone, that adds and makes it even harder for people to really trust people. Because, believe it or not, by doing that, you actually say, well, I don't care about you, and, I'd rather see you struggle than be happy. And I've added questions to people in the Wahala community who are transphobic, and it said, what if your friend came out as trans, or agender, or gay, or whatever? And they're like, I will stop being friends with them. And that's really just that moment. It's frustrating as well, because it's like, bruh, So if any of your friends were like a little bit just like boys, like both boys and girls, you stop being their friends because of that. Like that legit does not make any sense one forever to do that. Because then you're pretty much telling that your one friend that if they were a little bit different, then you'll stop. Then you stop being friends with them because of the fact that they're gender and their sexual orientation. Like what? That makes no sense. It does not make sense because of the fact that it makes it harder for people to really understand what you're trying to, do and why you're the way that you are, and then be like, huh. And we always like asking about generals, and instead of going for a more understandable option, like, I don't know, what's your pronouns, or how's the day going. It is creepy asking about someone's genitals all the time. I kind of lie, and then saying stuff like, "But men who dress into women are trying to ask women about it." No, actually, it's mostly men who aren't trans, who are cis men, who do that. Because, like, quite funny how they say, "Oh, okay, why would someone go through all that work on HRT and then don't do makeup or do anything like that? They don't have to. They're valid either way. And goes all that whole work going on hormone replacement therapy, and then for the rest of their life. And yeah, like it makes no sense to really, assume that someone like who's trans. Because here's the thing, for me, I feel really uncomfortable about going to the women's restroom in public, and because it just scares me. And it's valid because of the simple fact that, you know, like I don't want to be harassed or bullied or, or anything like that. And yeah, I know we several words on it, but seriously, no discussing to this day because of the simple fact that I just feel like people don't really understand, to make sense to recording, that it's a big deal that when people use religion against us, then force religion onto us, it does not make any situation better. It actually makes it worse by making us feel worse about ourselves. If we really, think about it and stuff like that. Because by forcing religion onto us and saying, but it is what God is. And here's the thing, right? I understand that people can be, religious and support the LGBTQIA plus community. And that's fine. I have friends who are, and they support me being trans and pansexual. Do they care? No. But people care too much about, judging others and making the LGBTQI plus community seem evil or cruel, and saying stuff like, "Oh, they're making the kids gay, making the kids trans because of the fact that they're so," and like, no, like kids have like imagination, like, and stuff like that. Like it's nothing new at all. Like it's been a thing for like years. It's the fact that nowadays the people know about the LGBTQI plus community, and it's wonderful because we can finally be able to use like trans, use the word trans, or use like something that can describe them. Because in the past, that wasn't really something people could really just put, "Hey, I am gay, or I'm trans, or I'm gender fluid, or I'm non-binary, or agender, or bigender, or isn't under the trans umbrella." Like, it wasn't really something that was really widely talked about in the past. And yeah, like it's something that just that needs to be you know talked about more, that people need to respect us more and not always make us seem like monsters when we're not. If you always see us as as monsters, then that's not on us. That's on them for making it seem like we're doing evil stuff to kids when we're not. Like 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 we're just vibing, playing Minecraft, or just going through our day doing nothing wrong at all. And then they're accusing us for nothing. Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, I know there's people who are trying to do evil stuff. I'm not saying that the LGBTQI plus community is a safe haven. No community is perfect, and I know that. Like, and yeah, like, I just wish that the LGBTQI plus community were just more respected instead of just always being hated on and then making us look like the bad guy in this when we're not. Like truly, like we did nothing wrong to deserve the hate. Like, not going from just people being close-minded and then not knowing about the LGBTQI plus community, and then using the fact that we exist as a way to hate on something that's been existing for absolutely years. Like, we're not new. We've been here for like thousands and thousands of years. And the thing that, gets me is the fact that people tried anything in their power to make anyone feel worse, when that's not a good thing to make people feel worse about it. So be like, yeah, but like, and then they use stuff like, oh, but you're fatherless, and the reason why you're this way is because you're fatherless. Being fatherless does not mean, like, you can have a father, you can have a mother, it doesn't matter. Like, or you be living with your grandpa and your grandma. Well, that matters. If perhaps something happened to you, like your parents, and something like that. Like, who knows? And then you go, but then what then? Like, they can't say, oh, it's because you're fatherless. You do know that a father would love to have a daughter, right? And then saying at that same time that anyone is happy, that any father is happy to have a daughter, doesn't be happy at all. If you're someone that has like a sister, or something like that, then you're pretty much saying in the same line that, oh, that you don't love your sister or your girlfriend for that matter, and that if you have like a daughter, you feel like goes out for in life, that it's shameful. And it's like, bruh, like, at that point you're just being sexist and transphobic all at the same time. That's why like I make videos like this every now and again, because like this needs to be talked about more, and I don't care if I get like any hate for making videos like this, because of the fact that it's a serious topic. Like, because of the fact that people will use the LGBTQI plus community to hate on us for something that we don't deserve. Like, think about it, right? Like, do we deserve the hate? No. The fact that we exist and we're loud about it, and that was, oh my god. But here's the thing, right? It's time when a movie is more focused, or a TV show, when television is focused heavily on being LGBTQI plus, it gets canceled. Because people who are transphobic, homophobic can't handle it. Then they complain going, oh, my dad's gonna learn about this and become this way. Like, they're telling me that you don't love your child. Meaning they have conditional love. That's how long the video is. And, yeah, meaning that you don't love your child unconditionally. Meaning that you have condition, like, if they were ever to come out as gay, bi, trans, or whatever, you would stop loving them for whatever reason, all because of the fact that your child came out as LGBTQIA+. Like, to me, that just makes no sense to hate one forever, because it's straight up saying that to your own kid that, oh, I only love you because you're straight and you behave how society wants you to behave. And that right there isn't really a good sign of being a parent, in my opinion. The other sign of being a closed-minded type parent where you only wish for your child to be the way that you want to be. But here's the thing, even though they have your DNA, your blood, and like some of your features, it doesn't always mean that they're gonna turn out the way that you want them to be. And people have to like come to terms with that, because everyone is born differently, and that everyone, you know, describes their masculinity or their femininity differently, because no one is the same, you know, person, you know. Oh my god, I don't want to know got me, you know, killed. Cannot believe it. And then bow. So okay, so that's not possible. Good place. Got it. And yeah. I swear, if someone have to even try and play blocks, it's like really annoying. Oh, I guess I'm staying there, which sucks. But yeah, like, people need to like learn that it's not always about them when it comes to people being trans. It's like, if someone taking like hormones really bothers you that badly, where it upsets you, where it's like, oh no, we're taking estrogen, or taking, you know, testosterone, and stuff like that. It's like, bruh, if it bothers you that someone's dressing more femme or dressing masculine, like seriously, my mom, I wish I say this. It's a good role model for me. Not in any way, but in a way where me and her had a talk, like years ago, and still talk about when I'm like feeling down, and where she taught me that the way that I am, I'm valid every way as a woman. And when I first, in the first couple months of me being, you know, being a woman and stuff, like being on HRT, worrying about like what if people don't see me as that, that's on them, that's never on you. Like, think about it, right? If people only see you as a man, let's say that you're a trans man, then that's good. And if you're like gender diverse, like I'm using that word a whole lot because I feel like it's more broad in the when talk about like anything like gender wise or LGBTQI plus or sexuality. And yeah, like it comes to like LGBTQI plus. It doesn't matter at the end of the day of what, you know, body parts you have face, your hair or not. Like for me, it makes me really uncomfortable when I have it, so I save. But it causes me to have dysphoria, and I don't like when people call me he, him, and stuff like that. Because it's not something that, makes me feel comfortable. And stuff like that. So, like, yeah. So in the long run, like, people need to kind of understand that when it comes to people being, trans, it's the fact that they're not trying to make it their whole, they're not even making it the whole, like, personality. For instance, is that trans will make it the whole personality in a way to hate on us for existing. And then they go, stop being, you. And here's the funny thing, right? They're not saying you can be anything what you want to be when I grow up. But then all of a sudden, you come out as LGBTQI plus. And then like, your parents are closed-minded, transphobic, and homophobic. Yeah, it's quite a confusing predicament. It's like, what do you want from your child then? Like, do you want your child to be miserable their whole life? Like, what? Like, do you not understand, like, the benefits of them coming out to you and then realizing who they are deep down? And being able to dress the way they want to be able to dress, be able to use pronouns and a name that makes them feel whole? Like, it makes no sense to hate on others when they haven't done anything wrong at all, except for existing. They come out as LGBTQIA plus. Like, I just feel like I really needed to get this off of my mind because I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. Again, because the fact that I feel like people need to be reminded time and time again that because of our resistance, doesn't matter how much you complain about it, doesn't matter how loud you are, we aren't going away. We will never go away. The LGBTQI plus community isn't going away anytime soon. Because pretty simply, we just don't give up. Like, it doesn't matter of how much you scream and shout at us for existing, we will never go away because people will always know that since people always being born, it's time for that child who's being born in the upcoming years to figure out their part of the LGBTQI plus community and for people to just deal with it and just to move on with today. But the thing is, it's to allow people who are transphobic and homophobic being more loud, but we also being more loud about being, hey, we don't like the way that you've been treating us and saying that, oh, trans women shouldn't do sports, or trans men shouldn't do sports, or, this and this and this. Because people are saying, well, it's because, for this and this reason, you shouldn't be allowed to. It's like, huh. So because of the fact that we don't fit your criteria, we aren't allowed to. Like, it's upsetting when I hear the news that a trans person or a gender diverse person can't, graduate or can't, do this, do this or this or this because of the fact that, yeah, that's weird. How come I can't place lava right there? What? Oh, that's why. Okay. Let's see how big this is. Okay, let's eat. And then... okay, so now we're good. And then now we should be able to just go down here and continue mining. Okay. See what I mean? Like, bruh. Like, bro, like, that's kind of annoying. Oh my god, no. You know what, going up, you know what? Pleasant choice, and then going upstairs. And yeah, like, yeah, I feel like we had a good talk about, you know, stuff, and they got like a good area of this. I'm definitely gonna continue working on this as time goes by, because we definitely need to like make this. I feel like we get loads of diamond from this, by the way. Like I see like loads, because I do have a feeling that we can. And I want to actually expand this to where it goes outside of the caves as well. And yeah, like hopefully you did enjoy today's video. Because how long was it? 25-minute video talking about, you know, how people just been mistreating us. I don't make these videos not often, but like it's something that needs to be talked about. Because of the way that people kind of always mistreat us and always just thinks that it's okay to like misgender us or shame us for being who we are, and to make fun of us, and then to verbally abuse us, and by calling us weird names, like using the F slur, and just not seeing us for who we truly are. And that's why when people don't feel like they have nowhere to go, they off themselves, because that's about the fact that they feel like they got nothing left. And that's not on, you know, on the LGBTQIA plus community. That's on people being closed-minded, and not really realizing the fact that, you know, it's hurtful of being closed-minded, and not realizing how damaging it is, you know, being this hurtful person all the time, and then not treating people how they want to be, well, perceived. Because, quite simply, you know, if you're not gonna be treating people how the way that you want to be treated, then people aren't gonna be treating you the way that you want to be treated. Like, it makes no sense. And yeah. Oh yeah, there wasn't a video that was going to be anything, but then like I was building it and wasn't talking about anything. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, then do leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to join Discord. Also, to join our SMP every Tuesdays at 12 p.m. GMT. And yeah, let's roll in the next one. Yeah, see ya.